Greetings and salutations, Relax Gamer Nation, and welcome back to Space Engineers. Automations. What did I call it? Automata. Blah blah blah. Automations Unleashed. There we are. I couldn't think of the series name. It's like, what are you. What's the name of the series, RG? What's the name? What's in the box? What's in the box? Anyway. So we are coming across another night here, I think, unless I, yeah, we're coming across another night here, and I tweaked a little bit of settings inside OBS to try and give you guys a very similar view to what I am seeing. From my point of view right now, when I'm looking up, because I have a monitor above a monitor and a monitor to the left or right, sorry. It looks pretty similar, but who knows? I did, like I said, I did a bunch of tweaking. I tested on darkness, I tested on lightness, and I'm hoping that it's going to come through okay. Speaking of which, we have been doing a bit of work around the base here. I put in some catwalks, like so. I put in some of these things, some neon tubes, just for the heck of it. Because I think I was planning on having some sort of connection to the drill rig here. The drill rig has been working decently for a while here. I did some manual setup here to reverse the piston arm, etc. Now, I want to actually put this in the event controller, but I don't think I'm going to get around to that this episode. I have some ideas, but I haven't quite yet figured them out. Yeah, I haven't quite figured out what I'm doing. Um, I have ideas for sure, but it's just a matter of figuring out how to get those ideas into play here. Now, my main problem with this drill arm, well, other than it's semi-automated, is it's going back and forth rather often. Why? It's not extending or retracting or anything like that. I think that's why I set up those manual controls. Now, I'm aware that these event controllers have 9 actions on them. I'm aware that you can put 9 actions on them, but I'm not really that good at setting this up. I got the basics down on what I'm doing here. Now, I just need to figure out a way to reverse it and show up on event controller. Now, I was planning on using this event controller to do something like that. So piston position, 100%, then select actions, decrease maximum distance, and I think it goes across a bit more here. But yeah, you may have also noticed I put on a whole bunch of lights. Yeah, I'm gonna have to retract those because it's just going back and forth, not doing crap. Yeah, that's gonna be something that I have to figure out. I haven't had a lot of time to figure this stuff out with work and all that stuff. Yeah, I can reverse the arm. Because it's already come across all that stuff. I think I gotta turn off the timer block, the event controllers for a moment here. Because what I want to do... So, here's an idea. Like I said, I haven't had much time to actually figure this stuff out, so I've just been kind of manually setting it up. But I do have an idea here. We have some timer blocks here. We got the rotor reverse timer block, which takes the rotor, reverses it, etc. Now I can add more stuff to this. This is just a very simple rotor reverse timer block. I made it a timer block because I figured I might be able to make use of it. Now, the piston horizontal increase in maximum distance. Now, what I'm thinking of is if I set up a horizontal increase maximum distance, but a minimum distance. If we ramp up the minimum and maximum at the same time, then it should theoretically uh, work. um, yeah. Let's bring these in. Bring this in rather. Because if I have the minimum distance go up the same amount that the maximum distance does, and then once the event controller, once a piston reaches 100%, it then triggers uh, a reverse timer or a reverse event. So if I bring this down here, that basically flattens it out. The event controller will work as normal. If I turn these back on, angle changed, 89, angle changed right, 89. So that's all fine. So it triggers a timer block, piston extend. So if I go into timer block here, horizontal piston extend, and we set up the actions. So we have right here, we have our horizontal increase maximum distance. We got that being triggered twice. Now we could do the same thing with this one, but then we do increase minimum distance. Like so. Increase minimum distance. So these should both increase the minimum and maximum distance at the same time. This reverses a rotor. And then I could set up an event on the other event controller here. This one right here. To trigger, once it reaches 100%, then it stops timer, one of the timer blocks, retracts the piston, and then restarts the event controller. Okay, this is a piston. This is the rotor. So the rotor I wouldn't have to do much about. I need to basically bring the piston back to 0. Or instead of bringing the piston back to 0, I gradually bring the piston back to 0. But the problem is I would need another couple of timer blocks, or at least another, not timer block, yeah, timer block, to do that. It'd basically do the same thing as the other timer block, but in reverse. So when piston reaches 100% extension, then it triggers timer block, whatever I name it. Yeah, my brain's exploding here. I'm not a programmer. Automations is kind of okay, I guess. Yeah, my brain's on fire right now. Let's see here. Um, Right. Let me play around with it, and I'll bring you back in a moment. Okay, so my brain is not working to figure out this automation thing with the piston arm. I'll get back to it. I'm sure it's just my brain is not quite here right now. But what we are going to do is we got to do a bunch of reconfiguring of the base here because we have this large cargo container and it is likely full. Oh, no, it's not that full. It's not bad. But we need to figure out a way to pull all the materials from the refineries into another cargo container. Now that's very simple. That's just basic sorters and stuff like that. So that's not a huge deal. Oh, and plus, by the way, I have lights. Yeah, I have lights all over the base, so that should help a little bit with the nighttime viewing. Even with the lights off, let's just take a quick look here.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not bad. That tweaking that I did in OBS kind of helped a little bit. You can still mostly see like I can, which is awesome. I don't know what it's going to look like once it actually goes into my editor, but you never know. So let's just turn those lights back on for the time being while we think of a few things here. So we need to basically move everything, which is always fun to do, so that our smaller cargo containers are not being filled up with stone and the like. We might not have to move everything. Might not. Oh, these lights are all from the, I believe this is the EDP light pack. I think. Let me just quickly check here. Spotlight. Oh, maybe it's a floodlight. Here we go. This is. It does not tell me here. Maybe this will tell me. It's either from EDP or Rebel. I don't know. But I got them all over the base, giving us plenty of base lighting for the nighttime here. Until we start moving everything around. Now, I'm aware that my wind turbines are likely not 100%. That's totally, to be perfectly honest, understandable. They were never meant to be 100%. I can probably make them easily 100% if I move them out quite a bit or whatnot away from this base structure. Because I'm only about what? From the highest point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm only about 6 blocks above the highest base point here. 8 blocks from this point. So they should be doing relatively okay in that aspect of efficiency, but I'm not concerned about it. It's like at the bottom of my priority list. I have solar, which it doesn't produce a lot, but it was just a way to a showcase building solar panels using the turret controller. So if you're in a place which doesn't have wind in Space Engineers, you can easily uh, use that to get you the most efficiency when it comes to your solar stuff. Um, right. Okay, so we have our cargo container here. I think what we need to do is we need to create a few lines. I'm going to start up my drills and stuff like that again just to get some stuff going here. Event controllers. I could use event controllers for that too. Basically, I could tell the event controller to once the cargo of the refinery, like not the stone cargo. Actually, it might not matter. But once the inventory of the refinery reaches X amount, a sorter would kick in to pull everything out. That's something I could do there. But I think my main priority right now should be setting up defenses. Let's just turn our drills back on because our cargo is not being filled that much. Let's turn our event controllers back on because they're fine. This controller can stay off because I'm still trying to figure out what to do with that. And let's turn the rotor back on. They turned that off for a bit. You're working right? Yeah, good. Yep, good. Now I started color coding these just to give myself some sort of a reference as to what timer blocks affect what. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what I was going with. This is for the
Energy
rotor.
low.
Oh, I need to. Now, you might have noticed that the rotor is still working. It's still facing the sun. Right? Yeah, it's still facing the sun, but it's not getting anything out of that. What I could do is I could set up an event controller here to basically stop the rotation stuff if the solar panel production is below 4%, 5%, 2%. I'm not entirely sure what percentage, so that it's not constantly rotating. And then when the solar panel starts increasing in power, then it will restart the rotor and hinge. I don't think it's really necessary though. I think that might be a little bit too much extra and unnecessary work. Yeah, it's just I think it's just too unnecessary to do that. It's not costing me any mass amounts of power here. Yeah, it's not costing me any mass amounts of power, so I'm not too concerned about it. I get enough power from the daily use. I even put in another battery in here. Well, two more batteries in here. Now, they're not full. I just put these in recently, and that was when the sun was starting to go down. So they'll fill up eventually. But yeah, my kaleidoscope of timer blocks, that's gonna have to wait till I can wrap my head around the eccentricities of setting that up. Right. Oh, you're coming back. Cool. You've extended. Awesome. Digging quite the trench. Nice. Nice indeed. I could have probably gone wider. But I really didn't care to. Half moon shape is fine. Right. What was I doing? Okay, we want to get a defensive block up. This is one of my main things that I want to get up because we have the capability of building ammo. Basic ammo, like autocannon, assault cannon, machine gun ammo, personal turret ammo, etc. So what I want to do is I want some steel plate. I don't know how much steel plate I'm going to need, or I might need interior plate. I'm not entirely sure either. So let's just take a couple of handfuls of that. This area is going to have modules in it. I already put a module up there. It's a efficiency speed module. Speed module? Yeah, speed module. And I'll be putting modules on the back of this. But I don't think my assembler speed is really important right now, because I'm not building like a massive thing right now. But I think I do want to get some efficiency modules over there. However, that's going to require gold, and I do not have access. Well, I have access to gold. I can actually refine gold. I think I have gold right below the base here somewhere. Or close by. I'm not sure. I know I have gold somewhere. Might be over here. It might be that way a bit more. Did I put a ore detector on the base? No. No, I did not. Because the only ore detector that's working right now is what's on the miner. It's somewhere in here. So let's just put an ore detector on the base. It doesn't cost much. There it is. And this will give me quite a bit of detection range. Yeah, I'll just put it there. Likely going to need parts, so I'll queue those up. Okay, defense block. The backbone of any military when it comes to space engineers these days, because the defense block has the capability of seeing a lot further than the turrets, and it can lock on to targets at a longer range, at 2,500 meters, which means any weapon that can fire up to 2,500 meters can hit those things a lot faster, or a lot sooner. Yes, sooner. Defend against enemies. We don't need the AI behavior on, we just need the locking feature. And then once it locks on a target that's 2,500 meters away, then our ground-based weapons can target that target and neutralize it. I think I can actually set this to target subsystems. Yes, subsystems. Weapons, propulsion. Sure. Yeah, sure. That's fine. So this can see basically up to 2,500 meters and allows me to build turrets that can reach up to 2,500 meters, including railgun turrets if I really wanted to. But I don't have the capability to do that. Capacity to do that. We want the T. So. So on these, I'm going to build some turrets. Actually, I think I'm going to push it out a bit more here. And I'm going to need parts. Do that, and that. And then that, and that. That should give me enough distance here. What am I missing? Oh, bugger. Character, tools, welder. Okay. I'll just clear those up. Don't need them anymore. And I might do the same on the other side. I'm going to use some custom turrets. I'm not sure if I should do custom turrets with weapon core guns. Oh, wait. Are those actually going to work for me? You know what? Best thing to do is just give it a try. Steel. Take some of those. And I have too much stuff here. As per usual. Yes, I said usual. I know it's not right, but they say it that way. Usual. Wonder how many people I'm going to bug with that. If it bugs you, post in the comments. Okay. I'm going to build a couple custom turrets here, and I will be back in a moment. Okay, so I have a couple of custom turrets set up. I have no idea if they're going to work, and I have no way of testing it at the moment. I'm just hoping that they'll work, but in the off chance that they don't work, I put in some jackal turrets as well. I'm hoping they work, but there's no way to figure that out until I get attacked, and I'd rather not get attacked, but there's a possibility that they might send out some drones now that I have weapons to start attacking me. So we'll see how that goes. Also, my drill has done its second dig here. I think. Yeah, did its second dig. So I'm just bringing it back to a 0 point, and then I will drop it down a bit manually. I'm not too concerned about it. I do want to automate it, but like I said, my brain just is not active enough to have that be a thing right now. I have to do a bit of thinking and fidgeting and playing around in a creative world to figure out just what the heck I'm doing. That is what it is. Okay, so we have some turrets down. They kind of look ugly. I'll be perfectly honest. They are pretty ugly. But they should work. I could drop it down about 2 blocks here. I could put this conveyor converter on this and then put a small rotor on there, or small hinge. That might actually be preferable. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. But I'll probably do that in between episodes. Right, we have magnesium, we have stuff. Oh, I need to get those efficiency controllers up and running here. Or not efficiency controllers, the efficiency mods up and running, and a couple of speed mods. So let's go into the modules. Now, I know I'm not going to be able to get the efficiency down until... That's power efficiency. Yield. Not efficiency. Yield module. They used to be called efficiency or efficacy or some crap like that. I don't entirely remember. Get one there. Another one here. Then we'll do a couple of speed mods. Speed mod? No. Let's do one of these as power mod. Power mod. Okay. Ooh, hello. Wow. Then down here, I can put a couple more. I'll put a power mod or another speed mod on here. And that should be good there. Okay, that's at 0. Awesome. Let's drop this down. Ooh. Oh. Activation failed. Why? Piston. Oh, because they're not even on. Why? Why are they not on? Essentially locks it in place. Then we'll go into the rotor, and we'll reverse it again. Wait till it gets to that, and then we'll turn our vent controllers back on. It's highly inefficient this way. Let's make sure our piston arm is zeroed out. Yes, yes it is. Awesome. Okay. That'll gather us more stone. We got some more power coming in now, thanks to the solar panels. We put in some efficiency mods. We have our defensive block here, defensive AI block. Yeah, the flea doesn't matter. Flea waypoint size, that doesn't matter because it's static. It's just to give me extra range on my turrets. For locking when things get close enough. And such. Yeah, okay. But, you know what? That's going to be it for this episode. I'm not sure if this is going to be a shorter episode or not. It probably is. But there it is. If you have any ideas or whatnot, toss your ideas in the Discord channel. That is helpful. I have a Space Engineers Discord, so you can check that in the description. These actually need parts. Steel plates, power cells, computers. Okay. Yeah, check the Discord. Toss it in there. I'm not super active in there, but some others are. Sometimes. So, but I will definitely check the Discord out before I record the next episode of this, whenever that is, because this is episode number 4. That means I should theoretically be starting up the next set of episodes for Abandoned Frontier. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work. I might have to do a fresh save, maybe put down the planets and stuff like that, and all that other stuff. Because we landed on an asteroid. We'll have to copy that in too. I'm not even sure if I've saved that. But yeah, we might have to do another save on the Abandoned Frontier because of the update. Apparently it broke some saves. So hopefully my save isn't broken, but it probably is. Because I have not checked it since since Automations was released. Anywho, I have been a Relaxed Gamer. This has been Automations Unleashed, and we did not do a lot of automation stuff this episode. I tried to figure that out, but my brain just wasn't working. And anyway, till next time, I'll see you guys later. Ciao.